Here we go again. The Super Eagles continue to fly high against all expectations. If you had asked me and Bolu before the tournament, where would the Super Eagles finish? I think we both predicted somewhere around, the group round of 16, and they'll be out. And now they are in the semi-finals for a record 15th time.
16, actually.
16th time. Actually, yeah, this would be their 16th time. I beg your pardon. And it is a familiar face this time around. Nigeria versus South Africa, a fixture you can call heritage fixture in African football, something that transcends beyond football. Amapiano derby, if you like it. Just on Sunday, Nigerians lost to Davido and Burna Boy lost to Tyler, in the Grammy, and now we are going to get our revenge on the pitch. Let's move on to the matter of the day: Nigeria versus South Africa. Who would come out on top in this exciting fixture? So, Bolu, what is your overall thought on the game on a rough scale? Yeah. What do you think the Super Eagles should be doing in that game?
It's going to be a very cagey game, as you can expect. South Africa and Nigeria always brings out that, it feels like a derby. There's a rivalry there, and none of the teams want to lose. And especially in an AFCON semi-final, it's going to be war, really. And I remember our last meeting in 2019 in the round of 16. It ended 2-1 in favor of Nigeria, but it was a very, very tough game, even though it was obvious that the quality of the South Africans was less to the Nigerian team, but it was a very, very competitive game. So I expect more of the same. I expect it to be very cagey, and we happen to have similar defensive records. 4 consecutive clean sheets, even though they've conceded 2, Nigeria conceded once. It's going to be very, very dicey. Two good defenses. And hopefully it's the attack that wins this game, because we both know that the defenses are good enough. It would boil down to one of the attacks being more clinical, and hopefully that's Nigeria because of the talent and quality we have on show.
Yeah, and if you're a numbers person, here are some numbers for you ahead of this game. Nigeria have actually reached their 16th semi-final, which is a record for any side. But in fact, Nigeria have actually lost 5 out of their last 6 semi-final games at AFCON, which is not good for Nigerian fans. And a quick one here is the fact that the last time Nigeria went on to win a semi-final fixture was in 2013, where they went on to win the tournament. And where did they play that? Who were the hosts for that tournament? South Africa. The last time South Africa also got to an AFCON semi-final was 24 years ago. Who knocked them out of the semi-final? It was Nigeria. Nigeria knocked them out as well. So it's actually very tricky. It seems like history and fate is just making this fixture happen. But the key question here is, you mentioned something about the attack, but I'm going to be talking about the defense, and 2 players in particular, if you call them players, Stanley Nwabali and Rowan Williams. It is without argument that these 2 goalkeepers have been arguably the standout goalkeepers of the tournament so far. Sure. Rowan Williams became the first goalkeeper in AFCON history to save 4 penalties in a shootout. Do you think Nigeria should be thinking about the prospect of going into penalties?
Over the balance of 90 to 120 minutes, we can beat South Africa. We should be beating South Africa over 90 to 120. In fact, playing 120 minutes is almost unthinkable. We should be beating South Africa comfortably. But I think that would be their game plan instead. They would rather want to drag us into penalties and hope that their goalkeeper can save them. But we have the firepower, we have the better team, the better players, and hopefully we can get the job done in 19 minutes.
So Nigeria have won about 3 to 4 games by a 1-0 scoreline, which is already becoming our most favorite way to win. But what are your predictions for this game? Or what is your prediction for this game?
I think it's going to end 2-1 in favor of Nigeria. It might be 90 minutes, might be 120.
Any special tips on who could score?
Victor Osimhen. There have been doubts about his fitness, about his stomach. Don't worry, he's fine. Don't worry, he will be all right. He's going to score.
In fact, there were some rumors that maybe the Ivorians put some
don't worry,
some stuff in the water.
Osimhen is a street boy. That's small thing.
The 2023 African Cup of Nations is now at the business end of things, and the excitement is set to go even higher. Away from all the action on the pitch, there is loads of fun and goals to be scored off it as well. Take your support for your best team to the next level when you visit topbets.com.ng for the best betting tips, previews, and the latest information about the AFCON as the tournament progresses.
Okay, so quick one here. Give me your best 3 betting predictions for this game, and consider that South Africa, only one of their last 10 AFCON games I've seen both teams score.
Well, I think it's going to be both teams to score for sure.
Okay.
Both teams, because I predicted 2-1, both teams to score. Victor Osimhen to score, and Nigeria to score first.
Nigeria to score first. That's a very bold prediction, actually. In fact, aside the Equatorial Guinea game, we've obviously scored first in the remainder of our matches, anyways. But just a quick one now, away from South Africa. I know I'm trying to get way ahead of ourselves, but if Nigeria beats South Africa, do you think this is our AFCON to win?
If we win, we would have to face either Ivory Coast or DR Congo, which is going to, if you're facing Ivory Coast, it's going to be very difficult. But definitely, I think it's our AFCON. I think the way we have improved in every single game is the mark of champions. It's what you want to see in a tournament. And I feel like we've not even reached our potential yet. So I think we are still on a journey in this AFCON, and we're going to peak in the final.
And on a final note, Bolu, what is the one thing Nigeria must avoid against South Africa?
We should avoid silly mistakes. We should avoid conceding first, because that might become very, very complicated for us. We should avoid also going to penalties.
I think I agree with you. So there is our preview for Nigeria versus South Africa. The Opta stats have Nigeria as 44% favorites to win the AFCON, meaning there is a bold stake that the Super Eagles can go all the way to win their 4th AFCON title. Myself and Bolu also share similar optimism that we can get to the final and go all the way on Sunday. That is if we beat South Africa, and that's our prediction for you. Bolu predicted a 2-1 scoreline. I'm predicting a 1-0 win for Nigeria against South Africa, and I'm hoping we get our revenge on the pitch where it matters. Hopefully we come your way next time ahead of the final, where we'll be preparing to lift our 4th AFCON trophy. Till we come your way next time, bye for now.